Want to get down on the New York Stock Exchange, where our good friend Jim Cramer joins us now. Jim, a lot going on. The markets seem to be headed towards another day of red. And I'm also curious how you balance that with what's happening in the energy complex in China.
Well, look, I got to tell you, Andrew, the red is just trend follower of the red. I mean, how many analysts downgrade the oil stocks today? The ones, of course, who loved them when they thought it was going to 150. How many people feel like the banks are no longer any good when they love the banks? The level of lack of rigor, and I'll tell you why it is. No one's ever really dealt with inflation, so they don't know how to talk about it. The CEOs don't know how to talk about it. The analysts don't know how to talk about it. So it just becomes this very tiresome. We don't know what to do. We're too young. We've never experienced it. Of course, they won't say that, but that's what I see.
Well, what do you make of what Jamie Dimon said yesterday when it comes to this issue of recession? I mean, he sort of, the parameters he set up was a mild recession to a hard landing, but there wasn't a conversation about no recession.
Well, look, I think that he's got good data, and JPMorgan's got good data, so I defer to him. But I did not like his attitude, and I didn't like the way he spoke. I think that we all have to be very conscious of the way we speak at this point. And the way, the tone that he gave us basically said, I ought to put my money back into my cash account at JPMorgan, and I don't like that. I think that he can do better. I think he recognized that he's being too glib, and I'm willing to criticize him because I don't play for dinner. And a lot of other people are not willing to criticize him because they're either scared of him or think that he's the dean. I just don't, I have no tolerance for his kind of fear-mongering, when I don't think he really has that view.
Jim, before you go, somebody else who, by the way, has taken a lot of criticism, Larry Fink. What do you make of this activist campaign against BlackRock?
It's just nonsense, okay? Nonsense. He's trying to offer his customers what they want in a considered way. He allows my kids to be able to say, listen, I want to vote against all the people who I think are bad, bad on fossil fuels. He's giving you exactly what we've always dreamed up, and he takes heat for this? It's nonsense. He's one of the good guys, for heaven's sake.